Hello and welcome to another episode of Travel Chef. Well, today we are going to make cheese burst pizza, and it's a very yummy and tasty pizza that has come out. So all we need to use is flour, then some yeast, a gracious amount of cheese, along with olives and seasoning. And I request you to watch the entire video, see how we make it. Without much talk, let's start making a pizza. Come on. Would you like to make a cheese burst pizza? Do try out a recipe and watch the entire video, and we will show you how to make a cheese burst pizza. To make the base of the pizza, we need dough, and to ferment the dough, we need to activate the yeast. For this, we have taken a little water, added some sugar. We added a teaspoon of sugar, stir it a bit. Next is to add 1 teaspoon of yeast. Now we stir the yeast along with the sugar. This will activate the yeast. You need to keep this yeast aside for 10 minutes. After which, we'll proceed with the next step. Next, we have taken around 400 grams of flour or maida. Now we need to combine the yeast along with the flour. We add 2 teaspoons of cooking oil, next is to mix the yeast and the flour together. We need to add water gradually along with the ingredients to make the dough and mix them all together. Previously we wanted to add the salt, but we had forgotten to do so. So now, even though we add the salt with the dough, it might not mix well. So we are adding the salt with the water. We stir it a bit so that we can make a salt solution. After which we can mix it with the dough. We add the salt. In fact, we have added the salt solution in small parts, and we mix the dough once again. Now our dough is ready. The next step is to ferment the dough. For this, we will be covering the vessel with the dough with a damp cloth, and we'll leave it for fermentation for the next 2 hours. Now we've covered our dough. Now it's more than 2 hours. Our dough is fermented and it is even risen a bit. So next thing was to start making the base. The dough is nice and fluffy and it is fermented well. Now we are going to knead the dough. For that, we smear a little of flour. The next is to mix the flour with the dough. We are doing this just to ensure that the dough is soft. Next step is to divide this dough into equal portions. For that, we wring it out into small little balls. So I've made around 5 dough balls, which we will be flattening very soon. Next, we have taken 1 dough ball. We have added a bit of flour and we are going to flatten it using a roller pin into a circular shape. Now we flatten this dough, and the next step is to keep it aside, and we will finish the rest of the dough balls. Next, we take a greased pan. We place these dough balls onto the greased pan, and then we flatten it with a hand and spread it across the pan. Now the dough is flattened onto the pan, and the next step would be to poke few holes onto the dough. We poke few holes onto the dough just to ensure that the air bubbles escape. So that's why we poke a few holes. Next, we smear the cheese across the dough. We have taken 450 grams of cheese and we have grated it. And this grated cheese, we are placing it across the dough. The next step, we have flattened the next dough and we are going to place it on top of the other dough. This will form the base for the cheese burst. So we cover all the edges with the dough and we press it across to ensure that the dough is flattened enough to fit all across the pan. The next step is to light the stove, and we need to cook this dough for 5 minutes on low flame, as well as we need to cover the pan. The dough is cooked on one side. The next step is to flip the dough on the other side to cook the other part of the dough or the base of the pizza. Next step is to arrange the toppings after switching off the stove. Now pizza base is ready. The next step is to place the sauce on top of the pizza base. We've got some pizza sauce. We spread it across the pizza base. The next step is to add the toppings. So we have got fried sausage over here, pork sausages which they have got. We have fried around 250 grams of pork sausages. If you want to check the video that how to fry sausages, you can refer to the link above. That will show you how to fry the sausages. Now we add the toppings. Next we add the bacon. We have used the same oil from the sausage to fry a bacon. So we evenly place a bacon, pizza base. Next we place the vegetables. We have chopped 1 capsicum and 1 onion. Actually, we have fried these vegetables in the oil that we have got from after frying the bacon as well as the sausage. So that's why they look a little greasy, as well as they also enhance the taste of the pizza. Topping for the pizza is ready. And next we smear more cheese for the added taste. So we have covered the pizza base with the extra cheese. Next we add a few olives as the ingredients. We smear a few olives on top of the. This would give a little tangy taste as well as a little saltish taste to our pizza. The final ingredient to be added is little Italian seasoning. We have bought the seasoning previously, and also we have showed you how to use the Italian seasoning. Final step is to close the pan and switch on the stove and cook it on low flame for 15 minutes. Now let's check whether our pizza is cooked. We open the pan and the pizza is ready. And we take it off the stove, switch off the stove, and we place it on a plate. Now a pizza can be cut into smaller slices and it's ready to be eaten. After watching this recipe of how to make cheese burst pizza, please do try this recipe at home and let us know in the comment section below. Now a yummy, tasty and cheese burst pizza is ready to be served. Enjoy your pizza with the drooling taste of cheese. Videos regarding how to make cheese burst pizza, and I'm sure you would have found it pretty simple and easy to make. So if you like watching our videos, please like, share and comment on our channel. Also, please share it with your friends. This will really help us to make better videos and also improve our programming content. Also, please ask your friends as well as you. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel. Until the next video, take care, stay safe and see you soon. Bye-bye.